Today, I want to practice something very important for English speaking.
Yes, talking about yourself is one of the most useful skills.
Many learners feel nervous when they need to talk about themselves.
That is very common, especially for beginners.
I remember when someone asked me to introduce myself, my mind went blank.
That happens when we do not practice enough.
I learned that talking about yourself does not mean saying something difficult.
Exactly. Simple English works best.
Let me start with a very basic introduction.
Go ahead, keep it natural.
My name is Sarah. I am learning English because I want to speak confidently.
That sounds clear and honest.
I noticed I do not need long sentences to sound good.
Short sentences are powerful.
Sometimes people think they must use advanced words.
But simple words help people understand you better.
When I talk about myself, I usually start with my name and what I do.
That is a good structure.
For example, I can say I am a student and I enjoy learning new skills.
That sounds natural and friendly.
I also learn to speak slowly.
Speaking slowly improves clarity.
When I rush, I make more mistakes.
Slowing down helps your brain organize thoughts.
I also try to smile when I speak.
A smile makes your voice sound more confident.
Another thing I learned is to practice daily.
Daily practice builds comfort.
I practice talking about myself in front of a mirror.
That is a very effective method.
I say simple things like where I live and what I like.
Talking about likes is easy and natural.
For example, I enjoy reading and listening to podcasts.
That gives the listener something to connect with.
I noticed people listen more when I speak calmly.
Calm speech feels confident.
I also learned not to worry about my accent.
Accent is not a problem.
Communication is more important than perfection.
That mindset helps a lot.
When someone asks me to talk about myself, I now feel less fear.
Confidence comes from practice.
I focus on sharing real information.
Real information sounds natural.
I do not try to memorize long introductions anymore.
Memorization often sounds robotic.
I prefer speaking naturally, even if it is simple.
Natural speech feels more human.
I also pause when I need time to think.
Pauses are completely fine.
Pausing helps me choose the right words.
It also makes your speech clearer.
I learned that everyone starts as a beginner.
No one is perfect on day one.
That thought reduced my fear of speaking.
Fear reduces when expectations are realistic.
Talking about myself now feels like a normal conversation.
That is the goal.
I feel more confident every time I practice.
Confidence grows step by step.
And this makes English speaking more enjoyable.
Enjoyment keeps you motivated.
I believe anyone can learn to talk about themselves in English.
With practice, everyone can improve.
This practice helps not only in interviews, but also in daily life.
Daily conversations become easier.
And once you start, speaking becomes less stressful.
Less stress means better communication.
This is why practicing self-introduction is so important.
It builds a strong foundation for English speaking.
After practicing basic introductions, I started adding a little more detail about myself.
Adding details makes the conversation richer.
I learned that details should be simple and true.
Simple details sound natural.
For example, I talk about my daily routine.
Daily routine is an easy topic.
I say that I wake up early and try to use English every day.
That shows effort and discipline.
I notice that talking about habits feels comfortable.
Habits are part of real life.
I also talk about my goals in a simple way.
Goals show direction.
I say that I want to improve my English to communicate better.
That goal is clear and relatable.
I avoid very big or confusing goals.
Realistic goals sound honest.
When I talk about my work or studies, I keep it short.
Short explanations are easy to follow.
I explain what I do and what I enjoy about it.
Enjoyment makes your voice warmer.
I learned that my tone matters as much as my words.
Tone carries emotion.
Speaking with a calm tone makes me sound confident.
Confidence comes through the voice.
Sometimes people ask follow-up questions.
Follow-up questions mean interest.
I learned not to panic when that happens.
Panic blocks thinking.
I answer slowly and focus on one idea at a time.
One idea keeps answers clear.
If I do not understand a question, I politely ask again.
Asking again is a good habit.
I say things like, "Can you please repeat the question?"
That sounds polite and professional.
I also learned that silence is okay.
Silence gives thinking space.
Taking a short pause helps me organize my thoughts.
Pauses improve quality.
I no longer rush just to fill the silence.
Rushing often causes mistakes.
I focus on being clear instead of being fast.
Clarity is more important than speed.
I noticed people understand me better now.
Better understanding builds confidence.
Talking about my interests became easier.
Interests make conversations friendly.
I say I enjoy learning new things and improving myself.
That sounds positive.
I avoid very personal topics at first.
That shows good judgment.
I choose safe topics like learning, work, and hobbies.
Safe topics keep conversations smooth.
I learned that honesty matters a lot.
Honesty builds trust.
I do not try to impress people with false stories.
Real stories feel genuine.
I noticed listeners respond better to real answers.
Real answers create connection.
This practice made me less afraid of speaking.
Fear reduces with experience.
I now feel more comfortable starting conversations.
Starting is often the hardest part.
Once I start, words come more easily.
Flow improves with confidence.
Talking about myself became a skill I can use anywhere.
It helps in social and professional life.
And with more practice, this skill keeps improving naturally.
Improvement never stops when practice continues.
As I became more comfortable, I started paying attention to how I organize my ideas.
Organization helps listeners follow you easily.
I learned to speak in a simple order when talking about myself.
A clear order makes speech smooth.
I usually start with who I am, then what I do, and then what I like.
That order sounds natural.
I notice that when I follow this structure, I feel less confused.
Structure reduces stress.
I also learned to connect my sentences with easy linking words.
Linking words make speech flow.
I use words like and, because, and also.
Those words are simple but powerful.
Using these words helps my sentences sound complete.
Complete sentences feel confident.
I stopped worrying about making very long sentences.
Long sentences are not necessary.
Short sentences help me stay clear.
Clarity improves communication.
I also learned to change my voice slightly to avoid sounding flat.
Voice variation keeps listeners interested.
I raise my voice a little when I talk about something I enjoy.
That shows emotion.
I lower my voice when I talk about serious things.
That sounds thoughtful.
I noticed people respond better when my voice sounds natural.
Natural voice builds connection.
I also learned to use examples when talking about myself.
Examples make ideas clearer.
For example, instead of saying I like learning, I explain how I practice.
Practice examples feel real.
I say that I listen to English podcasts and practice speaking daily.
That shows effort.
I avoid giving too many examples at once.
Too many examples can confuse listeners.
One clear example is enough.
One example stays in memory.
I also learned to watch the listener's reaction.
Reactions guide your speech.
If someone looks confused, I slow down.
Slowing down improves understanding.
If someone seems interested, I add a little more detail.
Interest invites expansion.
I learn to be flexible while speaking.
Flexibility shows awareness.
I no longer repeat the same sentences again and again.
Repetition can sound unnatural.
I try to say the same idea in a fresh way if needed.
Variety improves speech quality.
I also learn to end my introduction naturally.
Natural endings feel complete.
I stop speaking when the idea feels finished.
That shows confidence.
I do not add extra words just to keep talking.
Extra words reduce impact.
This helped my introduction sound clean and clear.
Clean speech leaves a good impression.
Now, talking about myself feels organized and relaxed.
Organization brings comfort.
I feel more in control of my English.
Control builds confidence.
And this confidence helps me speak more freely every day.
Freedom in speaking is the true goal.
With more practice, I started feeling comfortable adjusting my answers based on the situation.
Adjusting shows awareness and confidence.
I learned that talking about myself is different in casual and formal situations.
Context changes the way we speak.
When I speak with friends, I use a relaxed tone.
Relaxed tone sounds friendly.
I share simple things about my day and my interests.
Daily topics feel natural.
In formal situations, I choose my words more carefully.
Careful wording sounds professional.
I keep my answers polite and focused.
Focused answers show respect.
I notice that I do not need to change who I am.
Authenticity is important.
I only change how much detail I share.
Right amount of detail matters.
I learn to read the situation before speaking.
Reading the situation helps communication.
If someone asks a short question, I give a short answer.
Matching length feels natural.
If someone seems curious, I add a little more.
Curiosity invites detail.
I stopped giving very long answers when they were not needed.
Long answers can feel overwhelming.
I learned to stay relevant.
Relevance keeps attention.
I also practice talking about my past experiences.
Past experiences add depth.
I share simple stories that shaped me.
Simple stories feel real.
I avoid negative language when talking about myself.
Positive language creates a good impression.
Even when I mention challenges, I focus on learning.
Learning shows growth.
I noticed people respond well to positive energy.
Positive energy is attractive.
I also learned to accept compliments gracefully.
Accepting compliments shows confidence.
Instead of denying, I say, "Thank you."
Simple thanks sound confident.
I realized that talking about myself is not about showing off.
It is about sharing.
Sharing helps others understand me better.
Understanding builds connection.
I no longer feel uncomfortable when the focus is on me.
Comfort grows with practice.
I feel more natural in conversations now.
Natural speech builds trust.
This comfort helps me express myself clearly.
Clear expression improves communication.
Talking about myself is now a skill I enjoy practicing.
Enjoyment keeps you motivated.
And every conversation helps me improve a little more.
Improvement comes from consistent effort.
After becoming comfortable with different situations, I started focusing on confidence in my voice.
Voice confidence changes how people hear you.
I learned that confidence does not mean speaking loudly.
Calm strength sounds confident.
I focused on speaking clearly and at a steady pace.
Steady pace helps understanding.
I practiced breathing slowly before I started speaking.
Slow breathing relaxes the body.
This helped my voice sound more stable.
Stability creates trust.
I also learned to avoid using too many filler words.
Filler words reduce clarity.
Words like and appeared less when I slowed down.
Slowing down improves control.
I noticed that confidence grows when I hear myself speak clearly.
Hearing success builds belief.
I practiced recording my voice and listening to it.
Recording helps self-awareness.
At first, I felt uncomfortable.
That feeling is normal.
But over time, I noticed improvement.
Improvement motivates practice.
I learned to speak with purpose.
Purposeful speech sounds strong.
I choose my words carefully instead of rushing.
Careful choice improves quality.
I also learned that silence can be powerful.
Silence adds emphasis.
A short pause before an important point makes it stronger.
Pauses guide attention.
I noticed people listened more when I spoke with calm pauses.
Listening improves with clarity.
I also practiced maintaining eye contact while speaking.
Eye contact builds connection.
Balanced eye contact helped me feel present.
Presence improves communication.
I stopped worrying about making small mistakes.
Worry blocks confidence.
I focused on delivering my message clearly.
Message matters more than perfection.
I realized that confidence grows from self-acceptance.
Acceptance reduces fear.
Talking about myself became easier when I accepted my level.
Acceptance leads to growth.
I now speak with more ease and less tension.
Ease makes conversation smooth.
Each conversation feels more natural than before.
Natural speech builds comfort.
I feel proud of my progress.
Pride motivates continued learning.
And this confidence helps me in every English conversation.
Confidence is the foundation of fluent speaking.
As my confidence improved, I started paying attention to how listeners react to my words.
Listener reaction gives useful feedback.
I noticed facial expressions tell me a lot.
Faces often show understanding or confusion.
When someone nods, I know they are following me.
Nodding encourages you to continue.
If someone looks confused, I slow down naturally.
Adjusting speed improves clarity.
I also learned to ask simple questions while talking.
Questions keep conversations active.
I ask things like, "Does that make sense?"
That shows care for the listener.
This makes the conversation feel two-sided.
Two-sided conversations feel natural.
I stopped thinking of speaking as a performance.
Conversation is not a show.
I focused on connection instead of perfection.
Connection matters more.
I learned that people remember how you make them feel.
Feelings stay longer than words.
When I speak calmly, others feel comfortable.
Comfort builds trust.
I also noticed that smiling lightly helps my tone.
Smiling changes your voice.
Even on the phone, my voice sounds warmer.
Warmth improves communication.
I practiced talking about myself in different lengths.
Length control is useful.
Sometimes I answer in one sentence.
Short answers save time.
Other times I share more detail if needed.
Flexibility shows skill.
I learned to read when to stop speaking.
Knowing when to stop shows confidence.
I avoid over-explaining now.
Over-explaining can confuse listeners.
I let my words breathe.
Space improves understanding.
I also practiced responding naturally to follow-up questions.
Follow-ups test comfort.
I stay relaxed and answer honestly.
Honesty sounds natural.
If I need time, I say it politely.
Politeness maintains flow.
I use phrases like, "Let me think for a moment."
That sounds confident and calm.
I no longer feel pressure to answer immediately.
Pressure reduces quality.
I realized good speaking includes good listening.
Listening guides responses.
When I listen fully, my answers improve.
Full attention sharpens communication.
This helped my conversations feel balanced.
Balance keeps interest.
Talking about myself now feels like sharing, not explaining.
Sharing creates connection.
Each interaction helps me grow naturally.
Growth comes from real use.
And with every conversation, English feels more comfortable.
Comfort leads to confidence.
With more experience, I started reflecting on the mindset I bring into conversations.
Mindset strongly affects how you speak.
I learned that positive thinking helps my words flow better.
Positive thoughts reduce fear.
Before speaking, I remind myself that I am allowed to make mistakes.
That reminder removes pressure.
I stopped comparing my English to others.
Comparison blocks progress.
I focused on my own improvement instead.
Personal growth matters most.
I noticed that when I feel relaxed, my sentences come out more naturally.
Relaxation improves fluency.
I also learned to accept moments when I forget a word.
Forgetting words is normal.
Instead of stopping, I explain the idea in another way.
Paraphrasing shows flexibility.
This keeps the conversation moving.
Flow matters more than perfect words.
I realized that listeners care about understanding, not grammar rules.
Understanding is the goal.
That thought gave me more freedom while speaking.
Freedom builds confidence.
I also practice thinking in English instead of translating.
Thinking in English speeds up response.
At first, it was difficult,
New habits take time.
but with practice, it became easier.
Consistency creates change.
I started using English in small daily moments.
Daily use strengthens memory.
I talk to myself in English while doing simple tasks.
Self-talk is powerful practice.
This helped me become more comfortable expressing ideas.
Comfort improves clarity.
I noticed that confidence comes from action, not waiting.
Action builds ability.
I stopped waiting to feel ready.
Readiness comes after starting.
Speaking regularly reduced my fear of judgment.
Exposure reduces fear.
I learned that most people are supportive listeners.
Support creates safety.
That made speaking feel less risky.
Reduced risk encourages practice.
I began enjoying conversations more.
Enjoyment keeps motivation high.
Talking about myself became a positive experience.
Positive experiences shape habits.
This mindset shift changed how I see English.
Perspective influences progress.
English now feels like a tool, not a test.
Tools are meant to be used.
And using it daily makes it stronger.
Daily use builds real fluency.
As I continued practicing, I began to notice how storytelling helps when talking about myself.
Storytelling makes your words more engaging.
I learned that even small stories can make conversations interesting.
Small stories feel real and relatable.
Instead of listing facts, I share short experiences.
Experiences create connection.
For example, I talk about how I started learning English.
That story shows motivation.
I explain what challenged me at the beginning.
Challenges make stories honest.
Then I share what helped me improve.
Improvement shows progress.
I keep my stories simple and clear.
Simple stories are easy to follow.
I avoid too many details.
Too many details can distract.
I focus on one main idea in each story.
One idea keeps attention.
I also learn to notice the listener's interest.
Interest guides the story.
If they seem curious, I continue.
Curiosity invites more.
If not, I end the story naturally.
Ending naturally feels smooth.
I stopped forcing stories into conversations.
Forced stories feel unnatural.
I share only when it fits the moment.
Timing matters.
I learn to use emotion carefully.
Emotion adds depth.
I show excitement when talking about achievements.
Excitement feels genuine.
I speak calmly when talking about challenges.
Calm tone shows control.
I realize that stories help people remember me.
Memorable speech leaves impact.
I also practice ending stories with a clear point.
Clear endings strengthen messages.
I explain what I learned from the experience.
Lessons show growth.
This makes my introduction feel meaningful.
Meaning builds connection.
I notice people respond positively to stories.
Positive response boosts confidence.
I became more relaxed while speaking.
Relaxation improves flow.
Talking about myself felt more natural and enjoyable.
Enjoyment keeps consistency.
Each story helped me express myself better.
Expression improves with practice.
I felt proud of sharing my journey.
Pride reinforces confidence.
And through storytelling, English speaking became more personal.
Personal speech feels powerful.
This made conversations more meaningful for me.
Meaningful conversations create strong connections.
With storytelling becoming easier, I started focusing on clarity in my message.
Clarity helps listeners understand you quickly.
I learned to choose simple words that express my ideas clearly.
Simple words reduce confusion.
I stopped trying to sound impressive.
Impressive language is not always effective.
I focused on being understood.
Understanding is the main goal.
I also learned to avoid jumping between topics.
Staying on one topic keeps listeners engaged.
When talking about myself, I now follow one idea at a time.
One idea creates structure.
I learned to give short explanations first.
Short explanations are easier to process.
If needed, I add more detail later.
Gradual detail feels natural.
I noticed that my speech improved when I slowed my thinking.
Calm thinking leads to clear speaking.
I stopped worrying about filling every silence.
Silence gives space to think.
This helped my sentences sound more natural.
Natural speech builds comfort.
I also learned to adjust my vocabulary to the listener.
Adjustment shows awareness.
With beginners, I keep language very simple.
Simple language supports understanding.
With advanced listeners, I add a little variety.
Variety keeps interest.
I notice that clarity improves when I avoid idioms.
Idioms can confuse learners.
I choose clear expressions instead.
Clear expressions communicate better.
I also learn to repeat ideas in a different way if needed.
Rephrasing helps understanding.
I do not repeat the same sentence.
Variety keeps speech fresh.
I realize that speaking clearly shows respect.
Respect improves connection.
People feel valued when they understand you.
Feeling valued builds trust.
I also learned to slow my body movements.
Calm movements support calm speech.
This helped my voice sound steady.
Steady voice builds confidence.
I noticed fewer misunderstandings.
Fewer misunderstandings improve flow.
Conversations felt more smooth.
Smooth flow encourages more speaking.
Talking about myself became easier and clearer.
Ease shows progress.
I felt more confident expressing my thoughts.
Confidence strengthens communication.
Each conversation felt more successful.
Success motivates continued practice.
And clarity became my main focus in English speaking.
Clarity is the heart of communication.
After focusing on clarity, I started practicing how to talk about my future plans.
Future plans make introductions more interesting.
I learned to speak about my goals in simple and realistic ways.
Realistic goals sound natural and believable.
For example, I say, I want to improve my English every day.
That shows motivation.
I also talk about personal growth and learning new skills.
Growth topics feel positive.
I avoid over-promising or exaggerating my goals.
Exaggeration can reduce trust.
I notice that speaking about the future gives a sense of direction.
Direction makes your speech purposeful.
I also learned to use phrases like I plan to or I hope to.
These phrases sound natural.
I avoid complex phrases that may confuse beginners.
Simplicity ensures understanding.
I also share small examples of how I will achieve my goals.
Examples make plans believable.
For instance, I say, I practice English podcasts every morning.
Concrete actions show commitment.
I notice that this makes my conversation more engaging.
Engagement encourages listening.
I also keep my sentences short and structured.
Structure improves clarity.
I avoid mixing past and future ideas in the same sentence.
Mixing tenses can confuse listeners.
I focus on one time frame at a time.
Time clarity strengthens communication.
I practice speaking slowly to explain my future clearly.
Slow speech improves understanding.
I also use positive language about the future.
Positivity creates optimism.
Instead of saying, I don't want to fail, I say, I want to improve.
Positive framing is powerful.
I notice that listeners respond better to confident and hopeful statements.
Confidence and hope attract attention.
Talking about future goals also helps me stay motivated.
Motivation strengthens learning habits.
Each practice session makes my future-focused speech smoother.
Smooth speech encourages more conversation.
And now I can naturally talk about my plans without fear.
Fear decreases with preparation and practice.
Sharing my future ambitions became enjoyable.
Enjoyment keeps consistency in learning.
This step completes a strong foundation for talking about myself in English.
A strong foundation ensures fluent, confident communication.
After practicing future plans, I started focusing on hobbies and personal interests.
Hobbies make conversations relatable and engaging.
I learned to talk about them in simple and clear sentences.
Clarity helps listeners understand you quickly.
For example, I say, I enjoy reading books and listening to podcasts.
Short examples are easy to remember.
I also explain why I like certain hobbies.
Reasons make your speech more meaningful.
I say, I read books because they teach me new ideas.
That adds depth to your conversation.
I avoid giving too many hobbies at once.
Too many topics can overwhelm listeners.
I focus on one or two main hobbies at a time.
Focus improves attention.
I also notice that sharing hobbies creates common ground.
Common interests connect people.
If someone likes reading too, the conversation naturally continues.
Shared interests encourage engagement.
I also practice describing activities clearly.
Clear description improves understanding.
For example, instead of saying, I like sports, I say, I play football twice a week with friends.
Details make statements vivid.
I also learn to vary my vocabulary slightly.
Vocabulary variety keeps speech interesting.
I say, I enjoy or I like, depending on the context.
Small changes sound natural.
I avoid repeating the same words too often.
Repetition can make speech boring.
I also keep my sentences short and organized.
Organized sentences improve clarity.
I notice that speaking about hobbies increases my confidence.
Confidence grows with familiar topics.
I also practice asking about other people's interests.
Questions build engagement.
I say things like, do you enjoy reading too?
That invites conversation naturally.
I learn to listen carefully to their answers.
Listening improves connection.
Sharing hobbies now feels fun and natural.
Fun encourages more speaking.
And I feel more comfortable expressing my likes and passions.
Comfort strengthens fluency.
This step completes my practice of talking about myself confidently in English.
Confident self-expression is the goal of all practice.
After practicing hobbies and interests, I focused on handling questions about myself naturally.
Handling questions well shows confidence and preparation.
I learned to listen carefully before answering.
Listening first avoids mistakes.
Sometimes people ask unexpected questions.
Unexpected questions test flexibility.
I learned not to panic and respond calmly.
Calm responses sound confident.
I also practice giving honest answers.
Honesty builds trust.
Even if I don't know the exact answer, I speak simply and clearly.
Clarity matters more than perfection.
I learned phrases like, that's an interesting question, to buy a moment.
Polite phrases help manage pauses.
I also avoid repeating the same points too often.
Fresh answers keep conversations engaging.
I focus on giving examples when needed.
Examples make answers concrete.
For instance, if someone asks about my achievements, I give one short story.
Short stories are easy to remember.
I notice that keeping answers concise helps the listener stay interested.
Conciseness improves communication.
I also practice expressing emotions naturally.
Emotions make speech relatable.
Excitement for a hobby or pride in an achievement sounds genuine.
Genuine emotions create connection.
I learn to pause occasionally to organize my thoughts.
Pausing improves clarity and confidence.
I also realized that smiling slightly while speaking helps the tone.
A smile makes your voice sound warm.
I focus on being myself instead of trying to impress.
Authenticity resonates with listeners.
I now feel relaxed when asked to talk about myself.
Relaxation leads to natural fluency.
Each conversation builds more confidence.
Confidence grows step by step.
I now enjoy introducing myself in any situation.
Enjoyment ensures consistent practice.
I realize that talking about yourself is not about perfection.
True communication is about clarity, honesty, and connection.
And with continuous practice, English speaking about myself has become easy and natural.
This completes the full practice journey for talking about yourself confidently in English.